Hello everyone, you're welcome to this Manycam training. This is a training using Manycam ads for recording or streaming, but we are focusing on using webcams. I'm using two Logitech, but it's spelled Logitech webcams. I'm using Logitech C920 and a different, basically Logitech C920. But I will be switching, I will show you how to achieve this effect using video background in case you have some noisy background, that is backgrounds that are not very that are cluttered. So how you can eliminate that using this. At the same time, I will show you how to do that, and I will be switching to a different webcam. Okay, so I will have three views. I will be switching back and forth with desktop to show you the desktop, how to do it on the desktop, and also to show you a few more features. Okay, and towards the ending, I will introduce a device, which another video device, which though is expensive, but it's worth it. Okay, let's get rolling. The basics of recording and streaming with Manycam. What you need: computer, laptop, or desktop laptop. I'm using a laptop right now because it's a lot easy to move around. I don't like bulky stuff, so it's a lot easy to move around in the sense that because of the way we record, I have to factor that into our equipment. That's why I like small size stuff that you can easily pick and go, dismantle, set up is easy, break down is easy. So you need a computer, desktop, or a laptop. Webcams, like I said, I'm using high quality webcams from Logitech C920. You can also and Logitech, this video input is, I believe, 1920 times 1080. So when I looked at the properties of the video, it was bringing the whole HD video. So it's plugged in through my laptop. Has 3.0 USB and 3.2 USB. You can look it up or Google it. That means it has a faster rate of transmission into the laptop. Video or whatever input is coming through the USB is faster than the old 2.0. So usually it shows like the blue color, and the 3.2 on my laptop is black color on the USB, but the 3.0 side of it has 3 USB inputs. The 2 of those are blue color. And okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open. While I'm doing this, I will go ahead so you can see me. I'm gonna go ahead and right click on this menu, and then I will add a new layer so I can bring in my video so you can see me while I continue to do this. And then I'm gonna right click on this new small window. I know you can't see it, but I'm gonna right click on this small window, and then I will bring in my webcam from this laptop so you can see me. Okay, I believe you are seeing this now. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and just minimize it and then drag it in to a corner just so you can see me as we continue. All right, I believe you're seeing me now. Okay, so I just did that here. Just occurred to me, so wait a minute, why not do that? Okay, all right, and I just achieved that just by the way I told you. So we're looking at, you need, if you want to use bring in video with your cell phones, high quality cell phones, then you're going to need that. I did another unedited video using cell phones to record video or to stream, basically to record video to through Manycam. You need a good quality Wi-Fi. A high quality Wi-Fi is very necessary in the sense that with the Wi-Fi you are able, a good quality Wi-Fi will guarantee a higher quality video. So the video goes in through Wi-Fi into the laptop or the computer. That is if you are using wireless. Right now I'm using wired connection through the USB. And I have broadcasted or done recorded videos using up to 100 feet along a USB wire extension, high quality, and some of them are sold on, I bought them on Amazon for $30-something, $40, and then so you can run the cable and still get very good quality video. The one that I used a few days ago was about 50 foot long, and I got it for about $30-something. Audio source, I suggest that you get your audio from mixer. Right now I'm using a USB input. So my audio is going in through a USB. And then I also have, but you can, if you intend to do like in a church setting, you can use audio from mixer and feed it through USB or through your mic input through the what they call 3.5 mm or through USB into the laptop. And then when I show the audio section, I'll show you how to select it on Manycam. Then we have an earphone. I have an earphone plugged in here because if not, it's going to mess with your audio from your microphone. It's going to be howling. It's either you do that or you mute your speaker, So I chose not to mute my speaker. So I just use the earphone to be checking the audio from time to time, Okay, so that's it for this part of it. And by the way, I brought this, this PowerPoint in by just right-clicking on an open tab, an open window at the bottom of the Manycam screen, and then right-click. Once you right-click, it shows you a lot of your options. It's so easy. Manycam is so easy to use for those that are even new to or newbies. Okay, so that's how I brought this PowerPoint into Manycam. So before recording or streaming, I always suggest that you use CCleaner, and you can download CCleaner from majorgigs.com, www.major.gigs.com. Then run health check, select make it better. Then you run registry, which is on the left side of your screen. Scan for issues, and then you clean up your computer. It's important to always clean up your computer before you embark on any major video recording. It's very good, because if you don't, hiding some resources will slow you down. There are some things that are on at the background on your computer that eat up your resources, and Manycam is system intensive. Okay, so it's important. Oh, sorry, let me see, let me make sure. Okay, yeah, we already looked at that. Okay, so by the way, when you go to, you can get Manycam from www.manycam, Manycam. Well, you can see the spelling on top of this presentation, manycam.com, or you can Google it, Manycam. And then when you get to that site, I always suggest to people to go rather use the lifetime. Select the lifetime. You pay about $149 for it, but it's forever. And every addition that comes, you get it for free. Manycam is the only software, that I know that allows you to bring in iOS devices, that is Apple devices like cell phones, and all of that, tablets, as well as bring in Android devices wirelessly through the internet. There are some other online software. There are some other better softwares. There are a lot of other better softwares, but they are on a monthly basis, and in a year you can spend as much as $300. But this is the reason why I'm introducing Manycam, is because for starters, for those that are learning, it's user friendly and it's cheap. You don't have to keep paying, especially if you're outside of the US. You don't have to keep spending money on a monthly basis paying dollars. But if you are able, by all means, you can contact us, some of us, for some other suggestions of better or higher quality softwares. Some of them are online softwares that you can use, but there are other much more higher quality softwares that you can use to both record and to stream to live video. So for Manycam, Manycam HD video recording and live streaming. If you want to use virtual backgrounds and green screen, you can use virtual backgrounds like you saw at the beginning of this recording. It's best when you use a green screen, and you can Google or go to YouTube and look up what green screens are and how they work. And green screens are good because it makes it a lot much more better for you to record, and without having all those shadows and ghosting. They call it shadows and ghosting at the side of when you move your hands and so on. Okay, so you need Windows 10 if you are using iOS. You need Windows 10 at least. Build 1809 or higher, 6th generation Intel Core i5 computer if it's Windows, or i7. I'm using an i7 computer. And make sure it is high speed. ARM 64 based systems. All of this you can get it. The requirements. This is just part of the requirement listed, but for the layman, I would just say get an i7 computer. A very fast computer. And then if you are using a Mac computer or an Apple computer, operation system OS X 10.11 and higher is what is recommended by Manycam. Intel Mac only. You can see more details, like I said, at www.manycam.com for requirements. Audio, I've said, preferably through mixer and 3.5 millimeter mic input, USB. Adding video, you can add video from laptop, HD webcams, iPhone, and so on. So for right now, I am using webcams. I was going to turn the camera to show you, but you can look up on Google webcams, Logitech C920 webcams. I think right now, as of yesterday, there are some new ones for about this $70 or $74. Maybe I didn't check if it was refurbished, but they're about 80, at least $80 for for that. And the quality we're talking about is, I'm going to show you two webcams here. I'm just going to cut in. For example, this is one of the webcams, okay, and this is another webcam, and they are coming at at 1080p, actually higher than that, but okay, so I'm just going to switch back to my window, my PowerPoint window. Okay, so like I said, you can add okay, all right, let me stop this for a minute and then go back. Okay, so if I wanted to add a lower third, I'm just gonna go over here. Let me go do this. A lower third, the things you use to add titles to your presentation, or so for example, I didn't set this up before now, but I will just go ahead and click lower third here, and then I will just, I had one set up before from previous presentation, so it's gonna show you Manycam training by me. I'm just going to turn it off. I will show you how I achieve that in just a second, but I just wanted to show you how it shows. And then here is another lower third. These are stationary lower third, so you cannot reduce the size or display or the length. Is just that's how Manycam it comes with Manycam, and then you can also do add text to your Manycam, so the Manycam has a lot of features and all of that. I will show you how to add scrolling text. Well, let me just say, I'll just say, I'm just going to type it, Manycam training. Manycam training, and then I will show you how I'll let it scroll. I'll set it up, and then I'll let it scroll. Okay, so there's regular text. Okay, so that's it right there. And I can change the color, but for right now, I'm gonna let it scroll. I probably should. Okay. I'll let it scroll, and then I'm selecting right to left. I'll show you how all of that works in just a second. So there it goes. You can reduce the speed. You can change the color like it's there right now. I'm gonna go ahead and change the color. I just changed the color. I can go ahead and change it. Different colors. I can make it look like the color of my, okay. I can also, yeah, so, yeah, so I can just play with the color of the text right there. And then I can also change, so I'm going to make the text white, and then I'll go ahead and change the color of the background. Well, okay, well, so you get the message. You can do that. You can also you can change it to bold, like I'm making the bold. I can make it in italics. Yeah. So you can just change all of that the way you want, and you can change the typeface, the typeface you want. For example, I can go here and change it to a different typeface, a different font. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and make it Arial. Yeah, so you can just pretty much play with it the way you want. Okay, so let me move on. So, and you can also do all kinds of things. Manycam has a timer. You can use, I can just switch and include a clock. It's showing you right there. The clock, I'm going to change the color. I need to, so I'm going to have to, sorry, let me change the color of the clock. So it shows you the time, So I'm going to take that off. It has clock. It has all kinds. It has a stopwatch and all of that. Let me go ahead and remove the, let me go ahead and remove this. Okay, so that's it. I will show you how I achieve that, because you're basically just watching the effect, but you're not seeing what I'm doing. So I will be switching to the screen so you can see. So what I did with to add the text under, first of all, let me start with adding the lower third. So I went over here. You can see where the mouse is. I know the mouse is showing different way, but to the right of the screen, I went to lower third, and I clicked on lower third, and I already had Manycam training here, typed in here, right? So Manycam training, this way you type whatever you want, and I type my name as subtitle, and then when I turn it on here, then it showed my name. But you're not going to be able to see it now because of I'm using, so that's how it's done. So so you can go ahead and select this. When I did this option 2, I turned it on here and it showed my name and my title, the Manycam training title. I type it here. So I had it all typed out. So that's what you do. You just type it all up ahead of time. And so when you want to switch, like you saw me do, that's exactly how I did it. You just hit the lower third, you just hit switch, you turn it on here, and then it switches, it shows across the name of, that's how it does, just so you know. The reason why it's showing this is because I'm using the background, I'm showing my desktop. So it's showing all of that. So if you see at the bottom here, where if you follow my mouse, this is where all the screens, all the things that I've been showing you, this is where you add the cameras, this the PowerPoint, This is the first camera from the laptop. This is the second camera I showed you. If I cut into it, if I show it now, it's gonna you're not gonna be able to see it because I switched to the desktop background so that you can be able to see my screen. That's why, so I'm not gonna switch it on now because you will not be able to see it. So at the bottom here is where you add all the cameras, PowerPoint, and that's where you make your selection. Here is where, you see here, I don't want to click it. This I'm recording right here. This red here, where it says, you see, it says, if I point it, it says stop recording, but I don't want to click it. That is where I'm recording this very training. This blue here is how you bring NDI, and when you want to stream to YouTube, Facebook, and all of that, that's where you select that. And if I want to take a picture, I can take a snapshot of this also. Okay. And so I'm going to go to the top and then I'll return to the right. See, right now I'm doing here on top is where you can select whether you want to stream or record up to 4K. So right now I selected 1080p. Most of the time, except your computer is super built to record extremely high definition or 2K, 4K video. I suggest to keep it at 1080p, which is what you need to stream to SWBN. So you want to make sure that you keep it at either 720 or 1080p. But if you have a super computer, then you can now try it out by going to a higher definition like 4K, 2K, and all of that. Okay, so here is this Manycam. You can record or stream up to 60K, but again, you make sure your computer is well capable of doing that. So I'm doing 30 frames per second. So that's where, so it has other features like here, you can adjust your color and all of that. Right there, you can play with that. Here, I've used this a few times. You can use this to zoom in and out. At some point, I'm going to show that how it works to you. And here, you can crop. So by going to crop, you can crop your pictures, by clicking on crop. But I'm not going to be able to demonstrate this now. But as soon as I get out of this desktop window where I'm showing you the full screen, I'll be able to do that because you're not going to see the effect because of the way it records the desktop. Then I go back. Here are the settings and all of that. Here are the presets. This is where you select the audio. This is where your audio, the audio plays a very important part in your recording and your streaming. So you come here, you must make sure you select global sound. You don't have to select preset audio, because for example, sometimes I bring in a background. You see the music that was playing in the background. Okay, let me show you. This, for example, if I cut in here, you will see the music playing in the background, right? That music playing in the background, that is where you're hearing the music playing from, and I just want to give you an example. For example, if you look to the top right of this window, there's a launchv.com. If I wanted to crop it out, but I'm just going to leave it because I'm using their background for free, so they have the right to enjoy that. Is I'm not making any payment for that. At least that's that. So I go to what I just showed you a few minutes ago. I go to crop. I click on it on crop, and okay. So I can use crop, or I go to let's see. I go to zoom, which is the plus sign on top that we came across, and then I can do. You see the difference? As I do that, it disappears. If you look, you no longer see the launch V thing, right? Their emblem or their logo. But I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it back to what it was. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, and so let me get back to the audio, but I'm gonna cut right back to the desktop so you can see what I'm doing. So we're back to the desktop. So the audio. So to the right, if you follow the mouse, you see where it says audio inputs. This is where I selected my microphone. And this is the microphone I'm presently using. It's a USB connected. And this is where you also select this sync offset. Is where I selected sometimes when the audio is not syncing with your video, and I made a mistake. I'm not sure I tested the sync, and I'm hoping that it is right. I should have tested to make sure the audio and video, my lip is syncing, that my lip is syncing with the audio from the microphone, because the audio sources are different. I'm using the video from 3 different video sources: the laptop webcam, and two webcams. This is where, here is where you set it. For example, the last time I used a cell phone, I did a video to bring in video from the cell phone. It wasn't syncing until I had to change the audio here to 90 ms. You see where it says NS? By clicking on this plus here, that's when the audio and the video lip sync worked. Okay, so and then you can follow all this, so that there's a noise suppression. Like I had to raise this to the highest to avoid unnecessary noise. Okay, and then something very important here is the microphone. If you do not click on this microphone here, you must make sure that the microphone is on, because sometimes you may be talking, like I've done some videos where I was talking for a while and the microphone was off. And also you can unmute and unmute. For example, if I click on here, you will not hear the audio. So just make sure you keep an eye on this, because it's a little bit not as easy compared to other software. It's a little bit, I'm hoping that Manycam is going to improve on this in the future to make it easy, right, so let me go down. I'm gonna show you about the virtual background, but here is the virtual background. But I'm gonna, since I'm on this window already, I will, you know what, let me go out, show you the effect, and then I'll come back and show you how I achieve that. Okay, so I'm gonna cut into a different camera. Okay. Okay. So here is okay, so here I'm gonna try and show you a different view from here. All right, here is like we said, we just wanted to do the video to show you how to use the virtual background. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. So this effect is something similar. It's something similar to this. Okay, what I'm about to show you. So let's go over here. I'm back on the screen. And I apologize if the lip is not syncing. I just didn't want to cut this video at the point that I discovered that I didn't do a test on the lip sync. It's best for you to have take a few minutes and do a small video clip before you start, and hit the record button, it's going to record. Make sure you have it recorded in such a way that you can see it on your desktop. You test it out before you start recording or streaming. If it's not, then you review this video and see how I showed you how to make it sync. Okay, so now I'm on this video. I'm going to go to virtual backgrounds to the right. If you put your mouse over all those icons to the right, you'll see the virtual background. So I did that. Then I clicked on it, and then it's going to show you the virtual background button. So you click on the virtual background button. Okay. But I'm going to, and then I click on blur, B-L-U-R. So it's scrolling again. I'm going to show you how I achieved all this in just a second. I just wanted you to see the effect first. So it's spiraling as it's creating the blur. I guess it's reading the central image, and then it's creating the blur, after which, and while it is doing that, I will go ahead and clear out while I'm waiting for it to fully process. Okay. Well, I will come back to that. I was going to do something, but I said, no, let me use this as an opportunity to show you how I achieved that, and let me make that a training subject. Okay, it's taking a while. I think because I already have, so you see, it's blurred and it's really system intensive. So it appears it has slowed down my video and audio sync. But I will go over here. I'm showing you how to achieve a virtual background. You can do this when when you have a cluttered background. And then I'm gonna go to replace, which is the next thing to choose on, and then I will go to and then I will select like classroom. Okay. On the foreground area is a place where you can play with it to adjust it a little bit to see how it does. It's looking, you can turn your head sideways. Okay, so it has a few backgrounds you can choose from. Okay. Well, it's not the best effect. Here, if you have a green screen, again, you can look up how to use a green screen. It will really, it's a lot more better if you use a green screen. It has quite a few backgrounds for you to choose from. There is, sorry, I'm just scrolling through. Got some nice backgrounds here and there that you can use to really, allow this newsroom, need some adjustment here and there. Okay, well, okay, so to switch back to what it was, I'm just going to switch on the top, virtual background right there, and then I'm back. Okay, I'm going to cut into to the background, and I'll show you what I did, how I achieved that. So I went to virtual background, and I turned it on, virtual background. And then I went next to replace. And then when I did the replace, okay, well, actually, let me click on it so you can see what happens. I hit that, and then this way it was spiraling for a while before it became blurred. The background became blurred. Then I went to replace, and then this is where I clicked to select the transparent background. You've got, this transparent background is what I used. You have to click on this to be able to achieve this. I'm going to show you to be able to achieve this. This is how the background around me changed into the video background by me clicking on the transparent background. Okay, so that's how that achieves. So I'm going to show it to you so you see the effect. So I will be erasing. I'm going to switch into a different video, okay, because the video is getting too long. Okay, so let me cut into this video. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I will be erasing that video background that I just showed you completely, and then I will switch into it. It's gonna be dark for a few seconds so you can see how I achieved that. And by the way I'm going to erase that, you know what, let me see if I can show you. I'm going to go back to the desktop background. Apologize. Let me go to desktop. Okay, so I went to desktop and I went to full screen. Okay. Sorry, let me do it again. I just want to make sure I don't miss. So desktop, full screen. Okay, so all right. I'm hoping that you're seeing this. Okay, so the way I achieved the way to clean up this background is by me right-clicking on this. Let me remove this virtual background. Okay. All right. So I believe you are probably seeing this now. Okay. So because I unclicked the virtual background. So I'm getting ready to clear out everything on the screen. So the way you do that is you come to this screen, you right click on it, and then it says manage layers. Manage layers. So you scroll down and you hit clear layers. That's how you do. And it clears everything. It clears everything there. Okay, that's how you do that. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you how I achieve this. So I will go ahead and clear this. I will be clearing this window shortly. But let's go ahead and continue. I will right click on it and you're gonna watch it disappear. Manage layers, clear layer. And I clear that, and then I'm gonna go over here and do right click on it, remove layer. And you see it's gone. Okay. So that is gone. But I want to show you how I achieved that video. So I'm starting all over. That's why I wanted to show you. So, okay. So, all right. So I do cut. It's going to be dark for a minute. I do cut. Okay, so it's dark for a minute. Then I right click. I'm going to try, and I go to it shows you the window where you add the first one. Well, I'll come back to that, but they shows you the YouTube URL. So I choose YouTube URL, and I already found a list of nice videos on YouTube. So I copy and paste, and it's beginning to scroll, and it tells me to OK. So I click OK, and the video is coming, and it's going to show you in just a second. So here is the video. Okay, and like I said, if I want to remove the launchv.com, I showed you what to do. Then because of time, this video is getting too long, so I right click on the video and I go and say add new layer. So I add a new layer, as you can see, and I'm trying to drag it to the bottom. I can choose to drag it to the top to hide this, but no. So I just drag it to the to a position I want, and then I right click on it and I add camera. When you right click, the first thing you see is the camera. So I'm adding camera, so I add a camera. This is the side camera, but that wasn't the camera I intended to add. But well, I'm just going to remove it. Remove layer. Okay, and then I'm going to redo it again. Add new layer. Then I drag it to the corner, and then I right click on it and go to the camera, and then I'm going to do the HD webcam so the camera can be directly in front of me. Okay, and then this is it. I can choose to drag it so that to centralize my picture. So I drag it to the side to centralize my picture, and then I'm gonna go to virtual background. So I go to the right, I click on virtual background and select blur. So the blur is scrolling right now like I showed you earlier, and then when it blurs the background, and then I can go in just a few seconds, it's going to blur the background, and then I can go ahead, and when it stops scrolling, it would have blurred the background. And while it's doing that, actually I'm going to go ahead and clear the layers on the first one. Apologize. I'm going to come back to it. We're good learning. Okay, so, and then I mistakenly took out the background video, but a good learning experience. So here, since it's blurred out the background, you can see the difference with my background right now. I'm going to hit replace, like I showed earlier, and then I click on the background and I hit transparent background, and it's going to make my background black. So to add the video back, I'm going to right click. I'm going to right click on the YouTube video. Let me see what it's going to do, because I think I'm I'm not doing this right now. I missed the correct step. I was supposed to do that for the background first, but it's a good learning curve. So what we're gonna do when this, let's see, because I was supposed to have the video, well, it still worked out, If it didn't work out, what I was going to do was to right click on it, and where it says manage layer, it gives me the option to bring to front or bring to back. So for example, I could have clicked on it if the video I added overshadowed it. I would have clicked on it to bring the video, send the video to the back, just in case the video overshadowed my picture, my video. I would have sent it to the back and bring my video to the front. Okay, well, one last thing to add. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna do another background. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna show my desktop again. So I go to my desktop and I do desktop full screen, and that I did that by right clicking. So I will go ahead and cut into the desktop, and okay, so it's showing my desktop. So if for me to bring a video in, to add a video, I right click and it says here cameras, games, IP camera, mobile devices. Is this mobile device that I use to bring the cell phone video in, images and video. The PowerPoint you saw earlier, this is how I used it. The PowerPoint, this is how I brought it in. I clicked. You can bring PDF. You can, the YouTube video that I use in the background, this is how I brought it in. The desktop, this is how you're seeing this desktop screen now. I clicked on desktop and I went to full screen. You can also go to the app and all of that. And then, okay, so that's what I did. Then the color source, web URL, NDI, this is also how I bring in NDI camera. Actually, maybe before I leave, I'll show you a camera. Oh, but this video is very, very long, so I may have to leave that. There is a camera here. Let me just, and by the way, since I'm here, you see the properties at the bottom. That's how you're able to check the property and to do video sync. If you want to delay your video on your camera, it's from this bottom here, this properties. When you click, for example, when I send this video, this camera, for example, if I want to check the properties and to do a delay so that my audio and lip video can sync better, I can go to that. I right click and go to video and properties at the go to the camera. After I right click and go to the properties, that's how I'm able to do that. Okay, so finally, this is Mevo. I believe, yeah, so this is Mevo. It's a powerful camera. This is a unique camera. I think I may have, let me see if I can just do a very brief video to wrap this up. I'm going to turn on the Mevo here. It's about $400, so it's not cheap, but it's a unique and an amazing camera. It is amazing. Okay, and then on my cell phone, I will, excuse me, on my cell phone, I'm gonna turn on the Mevo. So okay, it appears, well, it appears I don't have it downloaded on this particular cell phone. Well, let me see. Give me 1 second. I know it's already a very lengthy video, but I'll just try. Okay, I'm gonna download the Mevo app real quick because I don't wanna, let me see.